Welcome to the D times 2 podcast, hosted by sisters Denise and Deborah. We are all about finding balance in the various parts of life. Using the wheel of life as our guide, we explore how to keep each spoke rolling smoothly. We discuss health and wellness, education and spirituality, as well as mental and emotional growth. Join us for real conversations, practical tips, and a few laughs as we share stories, insights, and strategies to help you create a life that feels balanced, purposeful, and designed by you. Hello, Deborah.
Hi, Denise.
Good to see you today.
It's so good to see you.
How have you been?
I've been good.
Good.
I had an interesting experience the other day, though.
Let's hear it.
Okay.
I like interesting experiences.
Okay, it doesn't just take it for what it is.
Okay.
All right. So my husband and I were on a tour bus. We were in the front seats. And the ride was going to be about 3.5, maybe 4 hours one way.
Oh.
And we were doing one way and then a few hours in the place we were going to visit and then the ride back. We're about 10 minutes into the ride, and I started hearing this absolutely sickly cough
Oh, no.
come from the back of the bus. And I looked at Tom and I said, "That's patient zero." And they're going to keep recirculating that air clear through this bus for all of us to breathe.
For 4 hours. Oh, my gosh.
For 4 hours. And it was not a nice cough. And just every so often, it would go again. And I just kept looking at him and he was like, "Settle down." Aside, Tom came home with a cough.
Oh, no.
I did not. But anyway, on the way back after we had been, we were going from Miami to Key West. So we were in Key West for the day and then the bus ride back. And we were about an hour and a half into the ride back and the bus broke down on the side of the road.
Wait, is the person still coughing?
They were coughing the whole time.
Jeez.
Yes. But the bus broke down on the side of the road. We all had to get out of the bus. And then we found out there were belts broken and it was going to be a whole ordeal. We were going to have to wait a long time for another bus to come pick us up. So I was on my phone looking for Uber.
Mm-hmm.
And I found one. And the people standing next to us were like, "We'll share it with you, split the cost." And I was like, "Okay, that works for me." So it was about 5 minutes. The Uber came to pick us up. Beautiful. I didn't have to wait for the bus.
Yep.
And we got seated. She got on the road and patient zero started coughing in the seat in front of me.
You invited them into the car.
So I didn't know who they were because I was in the front seat of the bus, but it was the same. Yes, patient zero shared the ride back with us. And the second time she coughed, our driver put a mask on. And I thought if we all only had one, I'm not the biggest fan of wearing them, but Tom has been getting over a cough for the last few days since we got back.
Well, hopefully it doesn't sound as bad as that one.
It did make me think about choose your friends.
Choose your Uber companions.
With a little more discretion. I was just looking to split the fare, but yeah.
Oh.
They were lovely. They were lovely people, but
Just coughing.
yes.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Well, that was fun. Way to invite patient zero in your car.
Yeah. Oh well. Live and learn.
That's right.
Still had a good time.
Good.
Yeah. So what is on your agenda for today?
Today, I want to talk about something a little bit deeper than we usually talk about.
You like to go deep.
I do.
You do.
There's a lot going on in the world, and people feel overwhelmed and lost. So I want to talk about connecting to something bigger than ourselves.
Love it. Yes.
So let's talk about some flexible ways that we can connect to something bigger than ourselves, whether through faith, nature, purpose, or inner calm. So let's talk about that a little bit.
Okay.
These work no matter how old you are or what stage of life you're in. Anybody can do these. They're not just for ladies our age. Just so you know.
It's for the masses.
For the masses.
Okay.
Okay, the first one is to start your day with a moment of stillness or intention. So you can start your morning with 2 to 10 maybe minutes of just quiet before you get out of bed.
And you can set an intention for the day, such as, I'm open to guidance today, or I'm excited for these couple things that are happening today, or I'm open to hearing the voice of God in my day today as to how I can help his children. Something simple. It doesn't have to be super deep, but something simple.
Okay. Can it be gratitudes?
It can be gratitude.
Today I'm grateful for
Yeah.
this, and that.
Mm-hmm. I noticed when I had children at home that if I was thrown into my day as mom before I had 10 minutes or an hour to myself just to be myself.
Just to be Denise?
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
When I was thrown into my day, it was much harder. It was much more stressful. So if I took that time, it really does help. Just center you for you.
That's exactly the word I was thinking. You got centered as a person before you were put into your daily demands.
Yeah. So one reason that starting your day with a moment of stillness or intention, one reason that helps is because it grounds you, like I just said, before the daily noise turns up. No matter what your noise looks like for you, because
It's different for everybody. Yeah.
So you can sit up and breathe for a few minutes. You can lay down and breathe for a few minutes. You can lay down and just do some gratitudes or a prayer in your head. Just take a few minutes and do that.
Okay.
Don't get up and check your phone.
No.
You really shouldn't be checking your phone when you first wake up. There are few things that are good on your phone first thing in the morning.
You see it on my face.
I do.
I personally check my phone within probably 10 or 15 minutes of when I get up, because my husband drives at night and I will get on there and go on the Find My Tom app and see where he is, if he's okay, if he's close to home, that kind of thing. And then I'm off my phone. I'm not checking socials. I'm not checking email. I'm not checking my bank balance. I'm not checking the weather. I'm not looking at my calendar. I'm seeing, where is my husband? Is he okay?
Yeah. So that's different.
Yeah.
So that can be part of your intention. Where's my Tom?
Yep. That's my Where's My Tom app.
Is he okay? It really just does help your morning and your day start off a lot better, and you can have some intention for your day.
I'm going to say it puts it back to the deliberate purposefulness that we talk about with
all the time.
Our wheel of life and living our life by design and on purpose. It helps just set the stage for the day that way.
Let's talk about the immune system. One of the best defenders we know comes from Optimal Health Systems, and it's called Defense. So it supplies your body with researched-back ingredients shown to support your immune system and fight off illness. It also boosts the immune system, providing a potent dose of antibodies for a quick recovery and reduces the risk of viral infection.
One of the things I love is that it increases the white blood cell count in your body almost immediately while filling your gut with healthy bacteria. This is one of those things I recommend to my clients to always have on hand. You can take it continuously through, quote, cold and flu season, or when you're under a lot of stress, or just pop it in here and there if you feel like you're starting to come down with something. Take it for a day or two, maybe 3, and then put it on pause. But it ultimately restores health to areas of your body that are affected by potentially unhealthy eating habits, like during the holidays, and also from overstressing. And it does it by using whole, real food ingredients. You can go to optimalhealthsystems.com and use the code D2, that's DX2, to get a great discount off your order. So number 2 is to practice mindful breathing or short meditation. This is one of my very favorite things to do, and you can just use simple breath awareness, noticing your inhale and your exhale. And you can do it for a couple of minutes, or you can do it for 5 to 10 minutes and have a full meditation breathing practice. Why does it help, you ask?
Why does it help, Deborah?
It quiets the mind. It immediately reduces stress and settles your nervous system. And then it opens you to presence as well as peace. That being open matters a lot.
So you can do it in the morning. You can do it during a break. You can do it before bed. 1, 2, or all 3 of those will always be helpful.
We've talked about breath work a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and there are different techniques to do it. And if you need a guided something, you can Google guided breath work on YouTube or Google and have someone walk you through it. It's just about coming back to being aware of your body.
I'm just thinking, so one of the things with being aware of your body and your breath is find something you can see, focus on something you can see, find something you can touch, and find something you can smell, even if it's your hair. Mm-hmm. That brings you back to that mindful presence of right now.
I like that. I've never heard that before.
It's a real thing.
I believe you.
It's a real thing. So something that you could try this week is to just like plan to do one guided or silent session daily. Like for 2 minutes, for 5 minutes, for 10 minutes. Something to try.
Something easy.
Yeah.
Nice. I like that one. Okay, number 3 is to spend time in nature, even if it's brief.
I love this one so much. Mm-hmm. Nature is my favorite.
Why is nature your favorite?
It just calms me. I love the beauty. I love the peace. I love the colors.
It is beautiful.
So going back to that, something you can see, something you can touch, something you can smell, all of that exists in nature.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Yeah,
that's true. Okay, so some ways that you can spend time in nature, even if it's just brief, is to take a short walk outside. It doesn't matter where you live. You can get outside and take a walk.
True.
Look at the sky. If you live in a city, look at the sky. Most cities have trees planted along the road. Look at the trees. Just go outside. You can sit by a window and you can look outside. If we live where it's winter.
Sometimes. I was going to say, I do that a lot during the winter.
And you can just look outside at the nature. That will help you as well. Or you can also notice trees or plants around you. When I drive around town, I am always looking at the trees. I don't know what it is, but I look at trees and it's the same trees, same roads all the time. But I'm looking at them. Oh, look, that one's blooming really nice. Oh, that one's dead. The city needs to come and replace that one. Oh, look, that one has some blossoms on it. It's so pretty.
Well, that's because they change all that. It might be the same trees, but they change all the time.
They do. But it's something I, for some crazy reason, enjoy doing.
I do it too.
So I'm not spending time in nature, but I'm looking at it a lot. But you can walk outside. You can go barefoot outside in the grass. Sit. If you don't like walking in the grass, you can just sit with your feet on the grass. That one's good too.
I did that yesterday. I just felt like I needed to be outside in the fresh air and the sunshine. I sat in my little low lawn chair with my feet planted on the grass, and I just breathed and looked at the trees and looked at the flowers and
yeah, it doesn't have to be a big ordeal.
Tried not to look at what needed to be fixed around the yard or, that kind of thing.
No, we want to enjoy it. So look at the beauty around you. So why does that help? It reminds us we're part of something bigger than ourselves.
Yeah.
And naturally, it can bring awe and calm. I like, something that helps me that I can just do outside my back door is to walk outside and look at the sky at night and all those stars. And know that there is something bigger than I am.
And you're a part of it.
And I'm a part of it.
We're all part of it.
When we hike in the mountains in the summer, I love to just stand there and look around all of the trees and the rocks. And you can see for a long ways on the mountains. And you can just see how you are part of something bigger.
So you are probably aware of this, but I'm going to mention it anyway. There are studies that show that there is less anxiety, depression, and overwhelm when people can connect to something bigger than themselves or outside of themselves, whether it's the nature, we keep saying it that way. Just get outside of yourself and that whole thing shifts.
So right now, there's a space capsule with 4 astronauts It launched from Florida and it circled the Earth, and then it's going out past the moon, orbiting around the moon, and then coming back to Earth. And there was an interview. It is amazing to me that we can have a video, audio interview with people in space. One of the astronauts was talking about how it is awe-inspiring for him to be out in space and just to see the vastness of space, and that we really are part of something bigger. He said, you don't have to be in space to realize that. We all live, every single one of us lives on the Earth. And he said, the Earth is like a giant spaceship that we're all on and part of something bigger. And I just thought that was such a cool perspective.
I remember I listened to part of that, and he was saying, you guys are looking at us thinking we're amazing because we're here in the spaceship, but we're looking at you and the miracle of the Earth thinking, isn't that spectacular?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I loved that message from that astronaut. That was awesome. So it does remind you that you are part of something bigger than yourself.
One of the most toxic things that people do is color their hair. And my hand is up. I am guilty of this. I love to play with my hair color. I have for years. And now I love to cover my grays. The best non-toxic hair color that I have found is Polar Hair Care. It is easy. It applies like a shampoo. You only have to leave it on for 10 minutes. It lasts for about 6 weeks. And it doesn't have any of the harsh chemicals and all the nasty stuff in it. Plus, it's infused with reishi, macadamia, jojoba oil. So it leaves my hair feeling better and not dried out and abused. Use the code Debra6334. That's my name, Debra 6334. So if you go to polarhaircare.com/Debra6334, you'll get an awesome discount off your order.
How can you do this? You can shoot for 10 to 20 minutes on days. You don't have to go on a hike. You don't have to go to the beach. Just go outside for 10 to 20 minutes, or look outside for 10 to 20 minutes a day, and just enjoy being part of something bigger than yourself. Find the awe around you.
So I'm going to just ask you, in your perspective, can you be actively engaged while you're out there? Because I'm going to say older people, and we're older people now, like to do gardening. Mm-hmm. So if you're outside in nature, actively working on your garden or your flowers or your raspberries or whatever the case may be, same thing? Or do you have to just sit still and look?
No, I think you could be actively engaged. When I'm working in my garden, I think it's amazing that I can put this little seed in the ground and out of it comes stuff I can eat.
Yep.
That's all I have to do is plant it, water it, love it a little bit, and it will grow. And to me, that's a miracle.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That always makes me feel like I'm really part of something.
So
magical.
It doesn't have to just be still in nature. It can be walking, it can be hiking, it can be swimming, it can be gardening, it can be whatever.
My grandson has a football game tonight. So we're going to be sitting out, and I really hope the wind is not blowing, but we're going to be sitting out watching some 7-year-olds run around and play football. That's being outside and smelling the fresh air and the grass and listening to little kids, which is always, uplifting. So
all their happy little voices.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next way to help connect with this thing is to keep a gratitude or reflection journal. So you can do it by writing 3 things you're grateful for, or for one moment you felt supported by something bigger. However it needs to look like for you. Some people talk about the rose and the thorn of their day. Mm. What was the rose? What was the thorn? Or the peak and the pit. Mm. But why it helps is because it helps to shift the focus to the abundance around you and strengthens your sense of that connection.
I would agree with that. I think if you're going to do the rose and the thorn, or the peak and the pit, is that what you said? Maybe write one pit or one thorn and focus on the good.
Yeah.
Acknowledge something that didn't really work out for you in the day, but focus on the good.
Yeah, because the focus is on gratitude and also reflection.
Mm-hmm.
So one way to do this is to just keep it to a couple of sentences, 1 to 3 sentences. You can do it morning, you can do it night, whenever works best for you. But try to go for bigger picture moment every day. Like, let's keep the big picture or the long range focus in mind each day.
Days feel long, but they're not.
True. There are some days I think I'm getting 3 days out of today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But a day is of really only 24 hours.
Yep.
Sometimes they can feel long. Weeks can feel like months, and a year can feel like a day.
Right.
So write down the things that you're grateful for. Keep your eye on the long-term things.
Yeah. And I think that just taking a moment to reflect can be super powerful. And then as you look back over the previous days, weeks, months, and years, you get insight into your life.
Mm-hmm. You can go back and read them when you're having maybe a low day. You can go back and see all the things that were good.
Yeah.
That there is good. You just might be in a hard spot. Okay, number 5, to keep us connected to something higher, is to engage in prayer, affirmations, or silent listening. So we can speak or listen or repeat a meaningful phrase or prayer that resonates with us.
Like a mantra or
Like a
something.
mantra.
Mm-hmm.
Or just say a prayer, whatever you feel like is on your heart. Yeah. So why does praying or saying affirmations or listening silently, why does that help? It builds a direct sense of relationship and trust with something greater than yourself. When you're praying, you're not talking to another human being, you're talking to the greater power or God. Some people pray the universe. Whatever your higher is, you're acknowledging that there is something greater than you.
Yeah.
And it can help you see your life in perspective, I think. It can be casual or formal. I pray a lot in my head during the day, actually. I have conversations with God in my head all the time. And that's more of a casual thing. But I also get on my knees and say prayers to him. However it works for you.
So I heard an interesting discussion about this over the weekend where there are the out loud verbal prayers and then the prayers of the heart.
Mm-hmm.
And you can always have the prayers of the heart going on. So sometimes it's in actual words and sometimes it's just feelings, but you are still feeling connected.
This week, try at least one short prayer and then also listen. If you're going to pray and do all of the talking, you really should try listening as well. Listen for those responses to come back. It's two-way.
It's two-way, yes. So one of my favorite ways too is number 6 is to move mindfully. So it's a mind-body connection. So something like yoga or walking or a gentle exercise with intention. So I think of slow, deliberate.
Mm-hmm.
One of the most toxic things that people do is color their hair. And my hand is up. I am guilty of this. I love to play with my hair color. I have for years. And now I love to cover my grays. The best non-toxic hair color that I have found is Polar Hair Care. It is easy. It applies like a shampoo. You only have to leave it on for 10 minutes. It lasts for about 6 weeks. And it doesn't have any of the harsh chemicals and all the nasty stuff in it. Plus, it's infused with reishi, macadamia, jojoba oil. So it leaves my hair feeling better and not dried out and abused. Use the code Debra6334. That's my name, Debra 6334. So if you go to polarhaircare.com/Debra6334, you'll get an awesome discount off your order. You're focusing on your breath and your body awareness or gratitude during the movement. So there's a connection between the emotion and the movement. This helps.
That's true. Like some people can't even move, right?
Right.
Some people don't have
Right.
a leg. Some people can't move a part of their body. So to be grateful while you're moving that you even have the ability to move or the body to move is a big deal.
Yeah. So it helps by connecting the mind, body, and the spirit all together while you are releasing tension.
I think that goes back to our episode with Leslie.
Uh-huh.
Leslie
Yes.
teaches yoga, and she gave a class that I went to, and it was very much about breathing, paying attention to how your body feels, and then being still and listening. It was really a good mind, body, spirit
It was a yoga and
exercise.
journaling
Yeah.
class, yeah.
So there are things that you can do, but it really, when you're moving your body and breathing and being still and listening, it is like it's all amplified.
Yeah. So a quick start way that you can do that is to just add a simple intention during your regular workout or your walk. Just start by adding an intention. I'm going to say I did that this morning because I was back in my normal environment. And it was the first time I was able to take a walk in my normal routine for a while. So I set a personal intention for the day and for my week, getting back from vacation and back into work and the normal everything. It helps. It's effective.
It's more than just going for a walk. It's more than just exercising. It's exercising with an intent.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
So you can start it with an intention, or something that you could also try this week is to end a movement session with mindful breaths or with thanks or gratitude.
I might have to try that.
Because sometimes you're just grateful you made it to the end.
Yeah, sometimes I am. And sometimes like, okay, I'm done with my workout. I'm going to go on to the next thing. I remember doing a yoga class with Leslie, and at the end, we do dead man's pose, where you just lay on your back, your palms are turned up, your eyes are closed, and you're just laying there.
That's the only yoga pose I know the name of. Shavasana. Corpse pose.
And I thought this is kind of weird, but the longer I laid there, the more I was like, I can feel all kinds of different things in my body. And it kind of just brought a nice close to the workout.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
I like that too.
Yeah.
So another way to end is like legs up the wall.
Yeah.
That's very relaxing to me, especially if I've done leg day or, pushed a little harder. That settles everything down and forces you to just be still and mindful and in your body.
Yeah.
Never beat a dead horse. That saying has been around for a long time for a reason. People that are drinking energy drinks all day long just to stay functional, that's what they're doing. They are beating themselves up like they were a dead horse. We got to stop doing that. The only energy drink that I recommend to my clients is Update. It's clean energy without caffeine, so you don't have jitters and chaos and like the problems that caffeine causes in the body. And it also helps to give you focus and a clear mind. It's really the one I use and the one I recommend. To get a discount off of your order, go to drinkupdate.com and use the code DX2. That's D times 2. That's us. So drinkupdate.com, and then the code for your discount is DX2.
Number 7, to wrap up our ideas for you to connect to something higher, is to practice acts of kindness or service. I think there's something you can find to do for anybody every day.
I agree. It doesn't have to be huge.
No, the small acts of kindness are typically ones that make the most impact. So
we literally did a whole episode about simple acts of kindness.
We did. We did. So you can hold the door for somebody.
You can smile at somebody.
Yeah, you can help somebody get something off a shelf that they can't get for themselves. You can help a child put their shoes on. There are a lot of things you can do just to be kind and just to be of service to other people. One reason that it helps is because it shifts your focus out of your own self and to others, and brings a sense of purpose and connection to people around you.
I'm convinced whenever you can get out of yourself and be outwardly focused instead of inwardly focused, that sense of purpose is really magnified.
For sure. Like if you're feeling down, go help somebody else.
Yeah.
It really does help you.
It can be counterintuitive because it might be the last thing you feel like doing, but it will be one of the most helpful things to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, so start small, hold the door, give somebody a smile.
Scooch over and make room for someone on the bench.
Just do something small. It really, really does make a difference. So find someone this week, every week, that you can be intentional about serving. Yeah.
Good.
So some questions maybe to think about in conjunction with what we discussed about connecting to something bigger. What habit can you focus on that feels good and doable right now? All of the things we talked about can be done in a few minutes or a glance. So what is something that you can do right now, this week, to increase your connection to something bigger than yourself? How might connecting to something bigger than yourself, and I'm going to say God, how can connecting to God support your mental and emotional health? How can that work for you in your life? And then, what is one small change that you can make this week to connect to Him? To bring more depth to your life, more meaning to your life, grow spiritually. And then you can see the world through a different lens. And all of the big things happening in the world right now might not feel as big if you're connected to God and know that He's got the whole world in His hands.
There's a bigger plan at work.
There sure is.
Okay.
So,
yeah, I think that's great.
yeah. So if there's anything that was helpful, useful, encouraging in this episode, like it, share it, comment. We'd love to hear your comments.
Yeah, let us know. And then remember that we have resources for you available on our website all the time. There's free resources, there's discount codes. The website is dx2podcast.com. So that's dx2podcast.com. We try to curate these things to help you. So we hope you find them helpful.
Yeah. So until next time,
keep your wheel rolling smooth. Bye. Thanks for listening to the D times 2 podcast with Denise and Deborah. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. Be sure to subscribe and share it with someone who's ready to roll toward a more balanced life. Your support means the world to us. And just a quick note, we're sharing our own experiences and ideas, not professional advice. Always do your own research and talk to a qualified expert before making big decisions. Until next time, keep your wheel rolling strong.